In 1726, Daniel Defoe penned the phrase, "There are only two constants, guarantees in this world, death and taxes. I would like to propose there are three. Grief is the third one." Everybody around you has experienced grief. You've experienced grief, and everybody you know has experienced grief in different forms. And grief is a very interesting animal to deal with, but it is a very important animal to deal with. When I talk about grief, I'm really including grief and loss, because loss affects a person intimately as well as losing an individual as well. So when I talk in this next 20 minutes or so, when I talk about grief, I'm including loss in this as well. But the way each of us deal with grief is very unique. And so it is very important as therapists to make sure that you are able to differentiate what type of the way a person grieves and how you can treat them. And so today I'm just going to talk about grief and different aspects of therapies and appropriate therapies to deal with that grief. A very important aspect of grief is the concept of understanding what grief really is. And what you need to understand as a therapist is grief is not something you fix. It is not something you get over. It is really a constant, but it's how that person is able to deal with that constant in their life. And that's a really important differentiation, because a lot of people think as a therapist they need to fix a problem, but no, you don't. What you need to do is you need to make life manageable within the realms of that grief which those people were experiencing. So don't think of it as a disorder. Just think of it as something that people go through and need to adapt to and adapt their lifestyles to. It's a better way to think about it. Another important thing is understanding that grief is not linear. It doesn't always follow a particular pattern. Now, early stages of treatment therapy was built on models.